Welcome back to another video. So today we're checking out Dragon Quest VII Reimagined running on the Xbox Ally X. In this video, I'm going to be showing you gameplay performance, the settings I'm using, and what you can realistically expect from the game on the handheld. Going into this, I honestly did not expect Dragon Quest VII Reimagined to be demanding much from the hardware based on this visual style. That said, it actually runs significantly better than I expected. Before we go into this performance, I do want to mention that one issue when recording, my capture card could not record above 60 FPS. When I switched the Xbox Ally X over to 120 Hz, the footage may appear grainy or show stutters that is only visible within the capture and not on the handheld itself. The gameplay remains smooth and clear, just to keep that in mind while watching. Now with that out of the way, let's actually get into the performance. So at 1080p running at 13 watts with the settings pushed to high, pretty much maxed out, the Dragon Quest Reimagined runs extremely well. In open world areas and towns, performance typically sit around 90 to 100 FPS, while moving indoors and into dungeons, the game frequently caps out at the 120 FPS mark. Now for my settings, I am running it at 1080p resolution with the frame rate capped at 120. The Xbox Ally X only goes up to 120 Hz, so there's no reason to go above that. The graphics preset I set to balance, and then from there I manually adjusted all the major visual options to high, so I basically maxed out everything. Now the resolution scaling I left at medium. I really didn't notice a difference between medium and high. However, there was a major performance increase going from medium to high, so just go ahead, leave that at medium, it performs much better. Within Armory Crate, I am using the 13 watt silent profile. I did test a manual 10 watt profile, but performance was noticeably weaker. 13 watts delivers the best balance between smooth performance and power efficiency. So just to go ahead and show you that you do get the 120 FPS, I went ahead and switched my refresh rate from 60 to 120. Again, the capture quality drops here, but on the device itself, the game remains sharp and smooth. In towns and in open areas, you'll see that it goes from high 80s to 90 FPS and 100 at certain situations, while indoor spaces constantly hits that full 120 FPS. Overall, I have few complaints about how this game runs. If you prefer longer battery life, you can easily go ahead and cap the game at 60 FPS and expect excellent results. Battery life at these settings should reach around the 3 hours on a full charge, potentially more if you optimize it further. 10 watts is possible, but anything lower than that starts to struggle. This is a great game for the handheld if you're traveling or playing away from a power outlet. As for the game itself, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined delivers exactly what longtime fans would expect. The music, creature design, combat, pacing all feel extremely familiar. Despite the reimagined title, this is largely the same experience that players remember from the original PS1 and 3DS versions, with some visual and quality life improvements. This is not a game that reinvents the formula. It does not push new mechanics. It does not demand heavy strategy. Instead, it's a comfortable, relaxed RPG experience. Combat is approachable, difficulty is forgiving, and while there are options to increase the challenge, this is not a game about min-maxing or intense optimization. You can think of it as a comfort food, something familiar, relaxing, easy to enjoy. That said, the age of this game does show in certain areas, and I do wish that it had more to be re-modernized. Because of that, I would recommend waiting for a sale unless you're extremely dedicated to Dragon Quest. If you're new to the series, trying the demo for the first time is a good idea and actually recommend it. Overall, I would rate Dragon Quest VII Reimagined around the 7.5 out of 10 if I had to give it a number. It is solid, enjoyable, and runs exceptionally well on the Xbox Ally X. But it is not going to try to compete with newer turn-based RPGs like Metaphor, Ray Fantasio, Expedition 33, so don't expect that. With that said, this is going to do it for the video. If you happen to have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.